Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you my Act 2 Verso build. Now this is a free aim basic attack build using the dual laser weapon, and it's pretty strong. Let me show you how it does first, and then we'll jump right into the build. So the idea of this build is to use free aim shots and then basic attacks, then go back to free aim shots and then use basic attacks, because you get two basic attacks each turn and you generate a lot of AP for your free aim shots. And while you're hitting enemies with free aim shots, you're going to generate even more AP with free aim shots. So this build just goes cycling through this: free aim, basic attacks, free aim, basic attacks. Let me slow it down for you just so you can see how much AP I generate even while I use free aim shots. And on top of all this, you're also applying mark to the enemies, you're applying burn to enemies, you're also applying defenseless with your basic attacks. This is a really interesting way to play Verso. And if the enemies has a lot of shields, no problem. You're gonna just use all your free aim shots to remove all your shields. And notice how I filled the break bar without even using any skills on Verso? Yeah, this build can do that. I'm also going to use a skill to actually finally break the enemies once I fill their break bar, and then go back to my free aim and basic attacks. And that's all there is to it, this build. You will see more details as I go into the Pictos and Luminas, but you are generating so much AP, it's quite insane. Now, in a party, you can also have other skills that generate that share AP to other party members. You could also have skills that break enemies. And yeah, this is pretty fun. So let's jump right into the build. All right, so let's get into stats. I don't have fully optimized stats, so I will tell you what you ideally should be using. I think I have a little too much defense, in my opinion. 10 to 15 is more than enough, because you're getting defense from Pictos at this point. And because Verso's weapon scales with vitality, I'd say put about 20 points into vitality. That should be enough. So 20 vitality, 20 might, that should be good enough for at least for Act 2. You don't really get that much power increase by putting more points into might. I would just ignore it. I wouldn't go beyond 20. Put most of your points into agility and defense. Maybe about 10 to 15 in defense at most, and that's about it. Agility and luck should be your primary stats with Verso for that high amounts of critical. Alright, so let's jump right into the build. So the key item for this build is the dual laser sword. You get this very quickly after you have Verso in your party. You absolutely cannot miss this. There is a boss that drops it. The cool thing about this sword is you get to play again after a base attack. So you basically get a second turn if you do a basic attack. And its level 10 unlock ability is it does 50% increase base attack damage. So we're going to be building around this. So this is our key weapon. Upgrade this as much as you can. So let's jump into our Luminas first. And I'll explain why I go to Luminas first. I like to select my Luminas first and then choose the Pictos based on what stats I have, and I like to choose Pictos to cover up the lack of stats rather than for their abilities. You'll understand in a second, and I like to do this for every character. So first things first, we'll do augmented aim because we have 50% increased free aim damage. Why not? By the way, do note that you might not have as many Lumina points as me at this stage. You might have more, you might have less, so plan accordingly. Next up, we have augmented attack, 50% increased base attack damage. No brainer. We are already doing extra 50% base attack damage, and on top of that, we are adding 50% more. So very easy decision. Next up, I have burning shots, 20% a chance to burn enemies on a free aim shot. Easy decision. Combo attack 1. Base attack has 1 extra hit. So every time you attack with base attack, you get to go hit 1 more time. So that's 2 free attacks per turn. Easy decision. Critical burn, 25% increased critical chance in burning enemies. If you happen to burn enemies, if you're playing Verso solo, if you happen to burn them, you're going to have 25 25% increased critical chance. Or if you're playing in a party and if you apply burns with either Mael or Lune, boom, 25% increased critical chance. Very easy. Dead energy, this is not for bosses but for regular mobs. If you happen to kill regular mobs with Verso, you're gonna get 6 AP back if you have both dead energy 1 and 2. Easy decision, it's just 2 points each. Critical break, 25% increased break damage on critical hits. Now you're going to be you're going to be critting a lot, so you're going to be doing a lot of extra break damage. Next up, Dodger. I don't have to explain it. Free AP. Energizing attack. +1 AP on a base attack. Now remember, each turn you get to hit twice with the basic attacks. That's a lot of AP. Next up, exposing attack. Base attack applies defenseless for 1 turn. Defenseless enemies take extra damage. Very easy decision. Next up, we have inverted affinity. Now this is a personal pick for me. You don't have to use this. For 3 turns, you're going to apply inverted to yourself, which will do 50% increased damage. Next up, we've got marking shots, powerful shots. Again, you have 20% chance on each of these, so why not? If you have the spare Lumina points, just use them. Rewarding mark. Now, if you happen to mark an enemy with your free aim shots, you're gonna get 2 AP on dealing damage to a marked target once per turn. Remember, you get to play again because of your basic attack, so it's count as another turn. So you can potentially get 4 free AP on 1 turn. So we're cycling through a lot of AP every now and then. It's crazy. Then we've got staggering attack, 50% increased base damage on a basic attack. You get to hit twice on 1 basic attack because of combo attacks. You get another hit on your basic attack, so you're already doing so much break damage. Now sweet kill, I like to have it on all party members because, you know, 50% health on a kill, very easy. Versatile, after a free aim hit, basic attack does 50% increased damage for 1 turn. So you start off with the free aim shots, whether you free aim shot once or twice or 10 times, doesn't matter, you will get 50% extra damage. So there you have it, there is your Pictos. Let's select our Pictos. Now with my setup, without any Pictos, I have about 1,000 health, 120 defense, and 30% critical rate. Speed doesn't really matter. We put a lot of points into agility, so speed doesn't matter. So what I'm looking for when I select Pictos is I want to increase those stats. Regardless of what the Picto ability is, I want to increase those stats. So let's see. I'm looking for health and critical rate first thing. And then once I have enough critical rate, I'm going to look for maybe health and defense. And maybe if I have some more spare, I can look for more critical rate. So let's fill our slots. Let's see. Beneficial contamination. This provides a lot of defense, but it also gives you +2 AP on applying a status effect. Now remember, marked is a status effect, burn is a status effect, so we're applying those with our free aim shots. Now I did say that I'm not looking for speed right away, but this is too good to pass up. So let's fill with our first slot with this one. Now I still want health and critical rate. We have plenty of defense. Let's see. What do we got? Longer powerful. We got a lot of health and a critical rate. Now on applying powerful, its duration is increased by 2. Remember, we have 20% chance of applying powerful, I think. So let's put this. Powerful shots. We have powerful shots, 20% chance to gain powerful on a free aim shot. So again, I use Pictos mostly for stats, but this has an additional benefit of applying powerful to ourselves. So why not? Right? This has increased powerful duration, so I'll use this. So we've got 43% critical rate with this setup. I'm still looking for more health, so let's find something for our last slot which gives us a lot of health. Oh, this is a lot of health. Healing counter. So let's use that. And there you have it. With this setup, I have about 2,300 health, almost 400 defense, 43% critical rate. You're going to be critting quite a bit. Let's get into skills. Now, honestly, you're not going to be using any skills with this build, maybe a few, so feel free to use whatever. But my personal recommendations, I like to have at least leadership, just for emergencies. You can give your allies some more AP if needed. I also like to have at least one move that can break enemies, so have something that you're able to break enemies just in case. And then anything else you want, whatever else you want. This is really a free choice. That's so cool about this build, is it's not dependent on specific skills. And there you have it, folks. This is my Verso build. Hope you all enjoyed it, and hope it helped you guys plan your character in Act 2. Please leave a like, share this video, and if it helped you out, please do leave a comment. It really helps me out. And until then, I'll see you guys next time.